When you're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting them when you walk. I want you to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. You keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
2. Jake Paul, I think when he weighed in for Mike Tyson, was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's called being a bully.
Gervonta Davis, guided by the legendary Mike Tyson, recently unleashed an intense training session that sent shockwaves through the boxing world ahead of his blockbuster clash with Jake Paul. The gym crackled with raw energy as Tyson poured decades of ruthless experience into Davis, drilling him on explosive punching power, devastating uppercuts, precise head movement, and brutal body torque. Witnesses say Tank has never looked more lethal, faster, meaner, and more.
Are there any considerations when you're moving your head, like you're trying to get your head out of the center?
Before you can counter. Like if he throws the punch here, you go to here. And you're still outside.
Yeah, absolutely, that makes sense. So you want them to miss, and when they miss, that's your opportunity.
Absolutely. Sometimes you can punch like at the same time. If he punches, boom, you go down. It's all about moving after. As soon as you punch, you're going. Whatever it is, boom, side, whatever it is, you have to go.
I love that foot movement. Is that something that Casamado taught you?
Yeah, twisting.
Twisting is what it's called.
The highly anticipated showdown between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis is now set for November 14th at the Casa Center in Miami, Florida. Originally slated for Atlanta, the fight was relocated after the Georgia Athletic and
oh my days. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. This can't be real. Because he was talking about fighting Joshua, which is heavyweight. And now he's saying about fighting this can't be. It's Netflix as well. I need to go and do some checks and see if like the main pages are posted. Jake Paul's posted it. It says Friday, November 14th. It's in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. This is random, no?
Mike Tyson, having faced Jake Paul in the ring himself, has issued a stark warning as Paul prepares to go toe-to-toe with the explosive Gervonta Davis. Tyson knows the chaos and mental strain that comes with battling Paul, but he's equally aware of the brutal danger that Davis presents. While Paul may boast a size and youth advantage, Tyson is adamant that Tank's blistering speed, razor-sharp timing, and devastating one-punch knockout power make him a lethal threat, regardless of any weight difference.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now. But he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's top, no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
While training with Gervonta Davis, Mike Tyson made a startling admission: Jake Paul's punches pack serious power. Tyson, a man who's both delivered and absorbed some of the most punishing blows in boxing history, confessed that his entire body was sore after sparring with Paul. This wasn't offhand praise, it was a clear warning. Coming from a heavyweight legend, Tyson's words shattered the myth that Paul's power is all hype. Instead, it confirmed that Paul's strength is raw and real, forged through relentless training and
Oh no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back first round. And then the next day I remember Jake is doing some kind, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh yeah, he bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. You know, but the day after the fight, right after the day after, I woke up, I told my wife, why did I do that? You know, I don't know. I just don't know what the hell.
What did you think of Jake's power, man? You were in there.
I don't remember it. My body was really sore. Yeah, my body, my chest, stomach and stuff was really sore.
Fans and pundits alike have drawn powerful parallels between Gervonta Davis and the legendary Mike Tyson, both feared for their ruthless knockout power, relentless aggression, and magnetic, larger-than-life personas. But these comparisons, while compelling, come with important caveats. Davis is carving his path in a vastly different era, within a lighter weight.
I mean, I have to ask you, would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive. Thank
what
you.
about, I mean, what do you think about Tank, people comparing Tank to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do they think? What do you think about them comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Okay, bye.
On the flip side, Gervonta Tank Davis has firmly pushed back against being labeled the next Mike Tyson. In interviews, he's made it clear that while he respects the comparison, he sees himself as a different kind of fighter.
You feel like you're the mini Mike Tyson?
Nah.
What do you call your style?
I don't know, I think I'm a boxer.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawler in one person.
A brawler, like somebody that's like...
So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole pack. I don't know, I'm me.
When asked about the frequent comparisons between himself and Gervonta Tank Davis, Mike Tyson didn't hold back. His response was blunt and unfiltered. While he acknowledged that some similarities might exist, he was quick to shut down the notion that their likeness runs deep. Maybe just getting in trouble with the
Tank Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of
I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law, other than that, no.
Interestingly, Gervonta Tank Davis has never treated Mike Tyson as an untouchable icon. Following Tyson's high-profile loss to Jake Paul, Davis openly criticized the decision to take the fight, questioning why a legend of Tyson's stature would return to the ring just for a payday. He implied that the spectacle did more to tarnish Tyson's legacy than celebrate it, a sharp critique that revealed Davis's unwillingness to blindly idolize even the sport's greatest figures. Yet now, in a twist of fate, Davis finds himself...
Do you think that it's fair to call them boxers now? We talk about Logan brothers.
I think it's okay to call Jake Paul a boxer. The only reason why I say that is because he do be in the gym. He's working on stuff. The fight that he fought Mike Tyson, I don't think he should have fought Mike Tyson because of who Mike Tyson is and the age. And he said that he didn't try to knock him out. Yes, you did. You just couldn't get the knockout. Like, he tried to knock him out for sure.
How much money you think they paid Tank?
Tank gonna make upwards around 100 million. Real talk, so you can't really blame him for taking that.
Many view the upcoming clash between Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul as spectacle over sport, a flashy showdown driven by entertainment value rather than competitive merit. Critics have been vocal, slamming Davis for sidestepping a rightful rematch with Lamont Roach, a fight many believe he owed the boxing world.
Look at this face-off, Henry. Your thoughts?
For me, you're hearing that. In some weird way, I kind of like
it. About it.
He's trying to big man the smaller guy who the smaller he is dangerous. I think Tank put the hands on him, but I like it, bro. Jake Paul. He's brought a lot of attention to boxing. Tank guaranteed $40 million.
If you were in that position, would you fight Jake Paul?
Oh, hell yeah. You got to give Jake Paul. It's Mike Tyson, Anderson Silva, Diaz.
Jake Paul is a disruptor, and he's done a phenomenal job. You get big and famous enough to where they will just give you the title shot and completely throw out the rank.
If Jake Paul was to do that, I think that'd be the greatest accomplishment in history. Going from a YouTuber channel to becoming a world champion.
I don't remember the last time that I've heard Gervonta Davis say, I'm in boxing to be the greatest fighter of all time. I've heard him say that he's better than certain guys in his weight class, or this kid can't beat me. I've heard that, and maybe y'all can keep me honest. Online. The last time I've heard Gervonta Davis talk about his legacy in the ring, like in my legacy, I'm trying to outdo Floyd in legacy. Like, I think it started like that for him. But the influence of Floyd Mayweather, Money Man, not Pretty Boy, but the Money Man, and building your brand and selling tickets and selling pay-per-views and becoming a household name, that's also a legacy. You got the legacy in the ring and you got the legacy in terms of how you sold. I believe Gervonta Davis is more focused on making money and securing his future. He set it out of his own mouth. I ain't got nothing else to prove. If you're trying to be one of the greatest of all time, it's still a whole lot to prove. My point is, Roy, I don't think should everybody hold this man to the standard that they hold him to. You not fighting nobody. Yeah, you making money, but you ain't really fought nobody. If he don't even care about that, that's not even something that he's really focused on. If his main focus is the money, and his main focus is getting out of boxing, getting hurt, and retiring on his own terms, Shouldn't his fan base and other people get on board with that if that's not even his goal? How can we hold him to something like that if he don't even hold himself to it?
Many view the upcoming clash between Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul a spectacle over sport, a flashy showdown driven by entertainment value rather than competitive merit. Critics have been vocal, slamming Davis for sidestepping a rightful rematch with Lamont Roach, a fight many believe he owed the boxing world. Instead, Davis opted for a high-reward, headline-grabbing bout against Paul, fueling accusations that he's chasing money over legacy. At a recent press conference, Davis fired back at the backlash, visibly irritated. "I don't care what people think," he snapped, urging fans to sit back.
Your buddy Jake just signed on with Davis. What do you think of that fight? He's got like 100 pounds on him.
Yeah, and they say that there's a large weight discrepancy. Like, me and Jeremy are the same size, so you know, it's his lower half is really small. My legs are gonna work the best that night. Really strong legs. I'll squat twice the size that he can, and so my strong legs are gonna do work. Jake is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, I mean, Lamont Roach performed great. They were raw, and you know, I just don't know. And Tank away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 82 pounds.
Boxing analyst Showbiz The Adult delivered a blunt verdict, confidently predicting that Jake Paul will unleash punishing heavy shots on Gervonta Tank Davis. His assessment is grounded in Paul's overwhelming physical advantages, size, reach, and raw punching power that give him a commanding edge. While acknowledging Tank's skill and explosive speed, Showbiz insists that Paul's superior strength and durability will enable him to control the
of how does Tank Davis beat Jake Paul? I mean, you have Shakur Stevenson saying Jake Paul doesn't have a chance in hell, and that Gervonta Tank Davis would just outbox him and beat him on points.
Outboxing him and making it real easy.
And I get that, but when I think of Tank Davis, I think of a guy who kind of counters you out. I think of a guy who's not really a busy fighter. And this is a size thing, because hell, if it was Jake Paul versus the prime Manny Pacquiao, I would say Manny Pacquiao because of Manny Pacquiao's style, busy how he is, how he hops in and out, I think he would collect the points, while Tank Davis, I think he punches the least amount of all fighters in the world now. So do I think he can one punch KO Jake Paul? But the thing is about Gervonta has really shown a huge amount of concern fighting anything north of 135. Check this out.
He hit me in the back of my head. That stung a little bit, but other than that, it wasn't really. That's why I was nervous. Like, he's 140, so I wouldn't try to get caught too clean.
Critics slam Jake Paul's recent choices, most notably his victory over 58-year-old Mike Tyson, as emblematic of a troubling decline in the legitimacy of his boxing career. Many see his decision to face an aging legend not as a true test of skill, but as nothing more than a calculated spectacle designed to grab headlines and fuel hype. This move has cast serious doubt on Paul.
Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony, he took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. He's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took an L there, but Jake Paul, I got that respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.
Stephen A. Smith has consistently criticized Jake Paul's choice of opponents, arguing that many of them are either past their prime or not active, high-level fighters. Smith insists that Paul has yet to prove himself against the current elite of the sport, calling into question the legitimacy of his boxing credentials. In response, Paul has maintained that he pursued a fight with Tommy Fury, who allegedly declined his offers, underscoring that a bout with Fury would have been a true litmus test. When the fight finally happened in February 2023, it was one of the rare occasions.
You are beating up on dudes who don't box. They're not boxers.
I was on Disney Channel while these were winning UFC championships.
Okay.
You know, I was playing with Mickey Mouse while these guys were throwing arm bars and winning UFC championships. Everyone's analyzing my career, critiquing it, paying attention to it from day one, but you can't tell me who was Mike Tyson's first fight. You can't tell me who Muhammad Ali, who his fourth fight. No one knows, but everyone's seen all of my fights. I tried to fight Tommy Fury, and he backed out due to a rib injury. Undefeated, young prospect. He comes from the Fury family. His brother's the heavyweight champion of the world. I tried to fight him, and he got scared.
Stephen A. Smith has openly condemned Jake Paul's decision to fight boxing legend Mike Tyson, arguing that if Paul is truly serious about establishing himself in the sport, he needs to face opponents who match his own age and skill level.
And buy the hype at this particular moment in time. Now, I'll give Paul credit for this. At least he's in the ring with a boxer. But 57 years old is 57 years old. And 57 years old and formerly a UFC fight as an audience member, as a patron. It's hard for me to believe a year later that you're going to be in any condition to really fight wrong. But I don't know. And if you're Jake Paul, what I want to say to you, it's Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight. You want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously and you want to be recognized as a big-time boxer / fighter, you're going to have to fight somebody closer to your age, who is a contender at the very least in the sport and who lives with it every single day. Please get in the ring with somebody. Pretty please with sugar on top. I'm interested.
What do you think about the fight, Jake Paul?
I hate it. And Jake Paul's starting to piss me off. Mike Tyson is 57 years old, man. Jake Paul been training with professional boxing trainers for years. He takes the sport very seriously.
Thank you. So let me ask you, that's the question I have, because great kid, great businessman, by the way, amazing. And I know he's all this character and the persona. We keep saying that he's not a boxer, but then
Jake Paul is a boxer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my point.
Exactly. He's a boxer.
He can fight. I respect it. So go in there against fighters. You should be climbing the ladder towards those other fighters and taking the sport seriously to the point where you're fighting actual boxers. Now he decides to fight a fighter, a real fighter, which is Tyson. Tyson is 30 years older. Stop this nonsense of going against dudes that either ain't boxing or is 25 years removed from the sport.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul boldly claims he is revolutionizing the future of boxing. Paul insisted that the sport is becoming more thrilling by the day.
Paul insisted that the sport is growing more electrifying by the day, crediting Netflix's involvement as a true game changer.
Paul argues boxing is entering
With
a new
Netflix
era.
stepping in as a major streaming partner, Paul argues that boxing is entering an unprecedented era, one that breaks free from the confines of traditional pay-per-view and reaches vast new audiences.
It's massive. Like, I know we're taking it very nonchalantly. This is going to be your next super fight, and this is
on Netflix. Netflix, insane.
So it's another Netflix fight.
November 14th. Hey, it's fun. It's funny. Like, actually, you kind of pioneered this a little bit. The pay-per-view model for combat is dying. It seems, especially now with the acquisition of UFC. It seems like free fights may be the way of the future. Piracy is such what it is.
And I thought you did that with one of your fights, where you were going against the piracy. What was that? Where I don't know, maybe.
No, I mean so there's there was like the T era of boxing, then there was the pay-per-view era of boxing.